Welcome to the Kingdom Colony. This is Akatushna Krista. Stay with us as we discover things, new revelations about why God created us and put us here on this planet. Shalom, shalom. How are you doing? I greet you in the name of Jesus Christ. I hope you're okay. Today, our topic today is understanding why God created man. We are going to understand the reason why God created us and put us here on this planet. Why did God create humans? We are going to understand that. We are reading from Genesis chapter 1 verses 26. We are going to understand the mysteries. Man, when I understood this, I was shocked because of what I understood. No one taught me this when I was growing. No one taught me this. My parents did not know it. I had to find it myself, and I got shocked when I understood these mysteries of life. Genesis chapter 1 verses 26. And God said, let us create man, let us make man in our own image. I'm going to first clarify some words here in this chapter. When you are reading the Bible and you see these words, you have to understand the methods that God used to create or to do everything or to produce everything that He did. There are methods that He used. When you see this word or when you meet this word, create, and God said, let us create or let us make man. The word create, it's an English word and it's translated from the Greek word, which the word is called bara, B-A-R-A-H, and it means to form from nothing. So when you meet this word, when you are reading the Bible, you have to understand the method that God used to produce everything, produce what He was going to create. So the word create means to form from nothing. It's the Greek word bara, and the word made or make in Hebrew is the word asa. It's the word asa, A-S-A-H, and it means to form from that which was already created. So you have to understand when you read the Bible the methods that God used to produce everything. We are in Genesis chapter 1 verses 26. We are understanding the reason why God created mankind, why He created us. Very many people, they think they are here to eat, to drink, go to bed, go to work, marry, have kids, pay bills, and die. That's not what was in God's mind when He created us. There is a reason, there is a purpose to why God created us and put us on this planet. And we are talking about that today. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping things that creepeth upon the earth. Reading from the KJV, those who have the Bible up on their phone. God said, let us make man. The word man, it's an interesting word. It's an English word, of course, and it's a plural word. It's not a singular word, which tells us that God was not creating a person. He was creating a species. God calls all of us men. For example, we call all the cats. We call dogs. We call dogs. So God calls us all. He calls us man. All of us are called man. But we came in different models, male and female, but we are all man. And the word image there, it does not mean to look like. It means, oh man, if you understand this, your life is going to be changed. I did not understand this. I used to read the Bible, the word image. I did not know how it meant. I used to know that it's the likeness, the physical likeness, but when I studied this, I was shocked. The word image there, it means, when you studied in Hebrew language, it means moral and spiritual character. Here God is saying, let us create man in our own image. This man that we are going to create, he's going to have our own characteristics. He's going to have our own spiritual nature. He's going to be the spirit in nature. He's going to have our own characteristics. For example, some of the characteristics that God possesses, I will give you a few of them. For example, in God, there is no fear. In God, there is no fear. So You should not fear anything in life. For example, in the middle of the crisis, you should not fear. Why? Because it's not, you were not created to fear. The fear is not within you. You are not a product of fear. It's not found in you. It's not found in God. God is a strong God. Even when he meets someone in the Bible, when you read the Bible, you will hear these words: do not fear. Do not fear. Why? God knows. He's appealing to what he knows about you. He's appealing to the characteristics of himself, the characteristics of what he put within you. So you should not fear anything in life. That's the characteristic of God. Another one is that God did not give us the spirit of fear, but he has given us the spirit of love and sound mind. So if you are in every situation and things are not going on, they are not working out, you should not fear, because you were created in God's image after his likeness. The word likeness, when you study it in Hebrew language, it means to function like. God is saying here that let us create man that has our own characteristics, that has the same essence that we have, and let him function like us. So we are supposed to function like God. We are supposed to function like God. We are supposed to find out, how does God function? In other words, if you don't function like God, if you don't act like God, you are malfunctioning. So what you need to do in life, you have to find out, you have to study, how does God function? Because we are supposed to function like him. We are created in his own image, after his own likeness. So we have to act like God. How does God act? In God, I've told you, there is no fear. When you fear in life, you are malfunctioning. It's not a characteristic of God. And we have to act as God does. God is telling us that you spend your life studying, exploring, how do I function? How does God function? Because you have to function like me, because I made you, I created you in my own image and after my own likeness. So you have to function like me. When you read in the book of Psalms 82 verses 6, God is telling us that you are gods. In other words, we were created in God class, small g. We are little gods. We are little gods. That's why God says, I created you in my own image and in my own likeness. So you are little gods. So you have to act like God in life. So when you don't act like God, you are acting unnatural. You are not natural. You are acting abnormally. You have to act naturally as God acts. Let's write down some reasons why God created us, the reasons that he had in mind when he was creating us, or when he wanted to create us. There is a purpose that he had in mind. That original purpose is what we find in the Bible, in the book of Genesis chapter 1 verses 26. He tells us why. He tells us why he created us, and these are some of the reasons that I've been studying for a long period of time, and I hope they will encourage you, they will give you a new understanding, they will give you a new revelation to make your life successful, to understand the reason why you are here. Why you are here. You are not here to eat, drink, marry, have kids, and pay bills and die. No, that is not what was in God's mind when he was creating us. Actually, what kills a man is not God. God does not kill anyone in life. So what kills a man is when he goes away, from God. It's like a fish telling the water, I don't need you anymore. It's what Adam did in Genesis chapter 3. It's what he did. He told God, I don't need you anymore, and he cut off the relationship. So it was not God who killed Adam, or it's not God who kills a man. We kill ourselves when we take ourselves away from God, because we are created to sustain from God. We are spirits, and our spirits need God. We need the word of God to survive. Our bodies, they are just a dump, or they are just dust. We need food. Our bodies need food to live. He had a reason why he created us. And number one is, when God created us, what he had in mind is he wanted to establish a nation of heaven on earth. God wanted to establish the nation of heaven. He wanted to establish the nation of heaven on earth through mankind. This is what God had in mind when he created us. He wanted the heaven influence to be manifested here on earth without him coming here on earth. He wanted to do it through mankind. So he wanted a nation that just looks like heaven. So we are supposed to influence this earth with the heaven culture. That's what God intended to do when he created us. He wanted to establish a nation of heaven on earth through his children that he has created, and those children happen to be us, the humans. It's the word human, it's two words put together: humus, man, a spirit in a dead body. We are humans, we are spirits in that body. So when God created us, he wanted to establish the nation of heaven here on earth through mankind. Second one, God wanted to establish a community of heaven on earth through mankind. And in this concept called colonization, it's where he wanted to do this, or it's where he wanted to do this. The word colonization is the process by which a king or a president or a government extends his influence, or the government extends its influence to a distant territory. And God wanted to do that through mankind. He wanted to colonize earth through mankind, and by doing that, it's why he created us and he put us here on this planet to colonize us. That what he wants to do, he communicates to our spirits, and then we understand what he wants to do, and then we do it. And that is called the king dominion. It's God dominating earth through mankind. Now I know you are getting confused when I say nation and then I say a community. We are all, most of the countries here in Africa or all over the world, we are products of colonization. We are colonized by the British or by another countries that colonized, or by another forces. When you colonize a place, when you colonize a country, you don't colonize and become absent. When you colonize a country, you send a group of people, you send a community, or the country sends the group of people, the community, in order to influence the territory that they have colonized. They want that territory to look just like the main kingdom. So when I say a community, I'm saying when you colonize a place, when you colonize a country, you have to send some people, and those people, they go, you send them with the ideas of the king or the ideas of the president. So when God wanted to establish, when I say that God wanted to establish a community of heaven here on earth through mankind, I'm saying that when God wanted to do that, he created mankind, and after he created mankind, he put that mankind in the physical body. After putting him in the physical body, he put him in a physical world here on earth as a community. He sent man. We are sent here as a community to influence or to do the will of our Father who is in heaven. I hope you have understood that. When you study this chapter, Genesis chapter 1 verses 26, you will understand that the reason why God created us. He tells us why he created us. He said, let us make money in our own image and let them have dominion. Let them have dominion over the earth, over the fish, over the birds, and all over the earth. Here God is telling us why he created us. He created us to have dominion here on earth. And the word dominion is an interesting word. When I discovered this, man, I was amazed, I was shocked. I did not understand this before. The word dominion, it means to control, it means to lead, it means to have the kingdom, it means to have authority over the earth, have authority over the earth, have dominion. You are the one in control. Be the master here on earth. We are created here to lead. We are here to lead. We are not here to guess. We are not here to try our things, to live our life the way we want. We are created here to lead, to dominate earth. With the heaven culture, we are created to dominate earth. It's what the word dominion means. It's the Greek word. The word dominion in Greek, it's the word radar, R-A-D-A-H, and means to lead, to control, to master, to have authority over the earth, to have authority over everything that God has made. He put us in control. In other words, we humans, we are the one with the rights to live here on earth and function legally here on earth, because God said, let us create man and let them have dominion. Even him, he was taking himself out of the equation, because he said, let them have dominion, not us. God is a spirit. He cannot live here on earth. What he does is, when he wants something to be done, is to communicate to our spirits. Then we do what God wants us to do here on earth. So we are created to dominate earth, to have dominion over the fish, over the fowl, over the animals, and everything, and all over the earth. It's why we are created. We are here to dominate earth, to lead, to control, to master, to manage, and to partner with God to take this world forward. It's what motivated God. It's what motivated God to create us. So now you have understood that we are not here just to live a life. We are not here to drink, to eat, to marry, to have kids, and then die and go to heaven. No, we are here for a reason. We are here to dominate this earth for God. Here God tells us how to do this. How, you may ask yourself, how to dominate the earth? How can I dominate the earth? How can I live according to what God had for me? How can I live according to God's purpose when He created me? He tells us here why, and He tells us here how. The way is the keys. He gave us the keys how to dominate this earth for Him. When you read in Genesis 1, verses 26, you will understand, you will know the principles that He gave us to dominate this earth for Him. After He created us, He said, multiply. Genesis 1:28, and God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Here God is telling us how to dominate earth. He's saying that after He had made us, He told us, be fruitful. And the word fruitful is not just based on having kids or having children. God tells us you to be fruitful, He's telling you to be productive. He's telling you to produce something. In other words, you have to produce something. When you hear this word, be fruitful, produce something. These are also business ideas that God gave us. Why? Because we are managers, we are leaders, we are kings here on earth. We have to manage this earth for Him. So when He told us, be fruitful, He was telling us to be productive. I will give you an example. When God created Adam, He did not give him a table. He did not give him a table. Or God did not give us cars. The table, He hid them in the trees. The shoes, He hid them in the cows. So you have to be productive. To be fruitful, it means to produce something. You have to think, you have to produce something. It's also a business idea. When you produce something, and here God tells us another process how to dominate this world for Him, how to dominate the earth. He said, multiply. After you have produced something, you have to multiply it. You have to multiply it. If you produce something and you do not multiply it, I guarantee you it will die. Take a look at all the businessmen, all the business people, great business people in the world. They have followed God's program. They have produced an idea and they have multiplied it. Like Big Mac, or take a look at Microsoft. Bill Gates, he produced an idea, then after producing it, he did not sit, he multiplied it. He multiplied it everywhere. So if you produce something, you have to multiply it. Here God is telling us how to dominate, or He's giving us the business ideas to dominate this world for Him. Another key that God has given us to dominate this world is He's told us, be fruitful, multiply, and replenish. The word replenish means to distribute. After you have produced something, after you have multiplied everything, then you have to distribute. Nothing that kills a business idea with dead inventory. If you produce something, you have to reproduce it, and then you have to multiply it. After you have multiplied it, you have to distribute it. It's the word replenish. You have to distribute what you have produced or what you have multiplied. After distributing what you have multiplied, another key is you subdue. To subdue means to take control. You take control of the market, or you conquer. It's the word conquer. The word subdue is to conquer. When you have replenished, or when you have distributed what you have multiplied and what you have produced, you go to the third level. You have to subdue the market. You have to control the market. Then after, when you do all of this, God says the results will be dominion. That's why He said, have dominion over the earth. Thank you for watching. Hope you apply this in your life to change your life. Thank you for watching. This is the Kingdom Colony. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. You can follow us on Instagram, you can follow us on Twitter, and all social media platforms. Still the Kingdom Colony. It's been a pleasure to discuss this with you. I hope you have picked something. I hope you pass it on to your friends, your family, and your relatives. We are signing out. This is Akatushna Krista. Thank you for watching.